think makes me unique is my programs, like, yeah, we give workouts and nutrition, but I do a lot of the inner work, right? Because that was something that I learned was like, and I say it with my clients all the time, you can't hate yourself to a body you love.
It was something personal, but now I learned that I don't have to take it personal. It's just those people don't resonate with me, and I need to get that energy out of my system to find those who do resonate with me.
And this is what I think is so important for us to remember. If you love something, do it. Just do it. It doesn't matter how good you are at it. If it brings you joy, just do it.
There's so much happening in your sleep, the rejuvenation, the detoxing, the resting of the brain and the body. So I think sleeping is like one of the main components of Ayurveda, and it's actually one of the pillars in my 3-month program, because I really feel like once we start to hack your sleep, that it has so many ripple effects on your overall health.
Practice your authenticity, practice your truth. It's hard, I know it is, but sing in your car, stand outside and shout just to work that muscle of like letting it out. And then, practice truth at the right time and right place.
What makes me so passionate about coaching, to see that development in other women who go from feeling like I'm just never going to be a fit person, I'm never going to like exercising, I don't know how to cook, all of that kind of self-limiting talk, to then sort of blossoming into this woman who's like, yeah, I got this, I can do it, and I know that whatever life throws at me in the future, I can handle as well.
I'm really passionate about helping women really keep things simple, but move forward in their health so that they can live healthier, that they can help the people around them, they can do what God made them to do.
My husband and I looked at each other and we spontaneously high-fived and both said, "She's alive!" And neither of us knew that we were carrying that stress, but we were. It is so difficult. And the thing is that it's so challenging for so long, because the first 5 years, I mean, it gets easier every year, but the first 5 years are intense. But 5 years is long enough that you can forget how you did things before and what it was like to only focus on yourself.
Funniest thing that I think I've ever heard, which is, I think, kind of makes me proud, is the fact that people say, "Oh, I hear your voice in my head saying, whatever it is, don't do it's not necessarily don't do this, but, love yourself and, whatever it is that we talk about." So I find that funny. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm that memorable that I can be stuck and somebody remembers me and hears my voice.
When I'm coaching, I kind of use a mix of, some real practical coaching tools like, goals and taking baby steps to meet those goals, and, working on our environment. Like if your house is really cluttered, that's going to affect your mental health.
All those comments, they come out of us just trying to make a painful situation less painful, but they're really invalidating to whoever's going through that journey. And that would be something that I would just love to share with just the world, of how to not make assumptions about how someone is feeling through the process. People who are going through this would rather you just listen and say, "I'm sorry you're having to deal with that," than give any advice.
But then I kind of turn tables on them and I ask them, well, how's your sleep? How's your hydration? What are you eating? And they're like, yeah, but that's not the problem. And I said, but it contributes. And so, it took me learning that on my personal development journey. If somebody said, "Are you stressed?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay," but then I wasn't sleeping. And so it's a big eye opener, I think, for people to realize that all of those things add up, and all of them, even if you can't see it on the outside, the stress is going on the inside.
Just to watch them just not give up, like that baby that we all were, not giving up, learning how to walk. They have so much obstacles, so many things inside internally that they go through that we'll never go through unless we are a parent to a kid like that and see behind the scenes. Sure. That it's just amazing to see them to just not quit, their mentality to just keep going every day, and to have people in their corner, rooting for them.
Sometimes the bad thing is too, we are so hardworking, right? Hardworking. Yeah. We're so determined to get it done. We're so ambitious to a fault where we get ourselves to 2%, where your phone's about to die and you're like, oh man, I'm in the middle of nowhere at a concert, and if it dies, no one will know where I am, kind of thing. And it's like, we are so worried about our phones when it does that, but we're not worried about ourselves, and we don't check in with ourselves.
It's not really clear cut. It's a different thing. Say somebody that has bloating, just for example, there can be a whole bunch of reasons why that is. And a lot of people start off, with Dr. Google or a Facebook group, figuring out, okay, well, what did this person do to fix their problem? But it's not always the same solution, because there's different causes, and so that's part of the reason that I'm doing what I do and the way that I do it is because it's tough to overcome.
If you haven't slept enough, your body's going to say, I need more energy. And you're going to make a bad choice, because also on top of that, you haven't slept. So you're going to say, I need 2 Starbucks cookies today. And then you're going to end up in like the 2,700 calorie category. And you're still going to feel bad. You're still not going to feel like you have enough energy. And that cycle keeps repeating itself over and over again. It's going to be much harder for you to lose weight.
If you think of like the carbs, your fat, and your proteins, and have a couple go-tos that you like and be able to grab and combine. If you have those 3 elements, like you have a good solid meal. So like I said, it doesn't have to be fancy or complicated. If you get a few things you like, put them together. I'm sure it's going to taste really good.
So you can be at the gym and eating healthy for a long time, eating organic and eating at the best gym and have the best routine and everything. But if you are not really thinking and being at peace with yourself, you're going to be obsessed. You're going to have a bad mood, even though you may have a good body.
I can't say I am always successful in overcoming my burnout, but I'm more mindful of it. So when I see that I'm getting into that rut where, oh my gosh, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm getting like anxiety, I try to find ways to reduce that, making sure that I have recovery time where I can, instead of having to do everything that's on that to-do list, I will kind of just, spend 2 hours and go to a movie, or go and hang out with a friend, or go call a friend, finding ways where I can help release my stress that are more positive than me to eat.
And we go from these amazing creatures that can do anything in the world that they want. Just think about it. This stinky, smelly baby has no power in the world, but controls the family. Dad is wrapped around the little finger. And we go from those amazing beings to adults that seem to have a lot of things in our life, but deep down we feel that I'm not good enough or I'm not lovable. And so my goal in life is to help people rediscover the amazing creature inside and remove the fears and step into the light.
How that has carried over now into my career switch is that I'm very biology and science oriented. Like, I'm not into diets or any of the fads or trends or anything like that. I believe in personalized care and personalized plans to make sure everyone feels their best.
Through my own experiences and friends and seeing just people in the world struggle with trying to figure out how to manage their weight and starting on fad diets and having that cause its own set of problems. I've just kind of gotten into this area of helping people learn to eat healthy and manage their weight in a healthy way.